Yo, man, it's a video game chase crew, man. And man, look, hey, you know what time it is, man. Hey, you know what time it is, and hey, man, we about to get down and man, I hear something coming down the stairs. Man, who is that? Somebody coming down the stairs right now. Oh snap! 𝐥𝐤𝐤 back in the building. Let's go. 𝐥𝐤𝐤 is back in the building, man. What's good with your man?
What's going on, man? Don't do a video without me.
Hey, man. Hey, the main man is back, man. Hey, look, we missing the third component. We missing Chris, but hey, man, look, we got him back. Hey, this is how we do. This is what we do. So let's do it.
Also, you know what I came? You know I came with that list, right? Oh, you know what I came to? Top 10.
You got the top 10. He got the top 10 list of the fighting games. You know what I'm saying? Coming at you. And look, we ain't playing no games, man. Look, tune in, subscribe, like. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all know what time it is, man. Welcome to the video game chase crew.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, look, we at it again. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do. This is what we do. So let's do it. Hey, today is all about the top 10 fighting games, and you know what? Guess who we got back? 𝐥𝐤𝐤.
It's your boy. It's your boy.
You know what I'm saying? So look, man, look, hey, I'm not gonna even hold y'all. We about to get right into it with the top 10 fighting games of all time. Take it away, Jay.
This is my personal list, you know. Grew up playing fighting games, as y'all seen in the first episode.
Okay.
We introduced ourselves. So I'm gonna give you the top 10 fighting games, my personal favorites. The only ones you ever need, you know what I'm saying?
So hold on. So you start off from the 10th one, or you start from the top one down? How you doing?
From the 10 and 1, bro.
Okay. We're gonna work our way up. Okay,
yes,
cool.
yes.
What you got?
All right. First things first. We gotta start with the OG classic.
Okay.
Street Fighter 2. Released in 1991, Street Fighter 2 pretty much kicked off the entire fighting game community. Came up with the concept of matchups, footsies, any fighting game jargon that you would have heard of, this game is responsible for. 𝐭, Chun-Li, Blanca, Zangief, all the World Warrior characters that you know and love started from this game.
Nice. Okay.
So it's as I said before, it ignited the fire in me to take souls. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that was key in that first episode. So
yes.
Nice. Okay. Hold on. Quick question though. While we already at it, I remember because I don't know a whole lot about fighting games. I'm not even saying as much as my man 𝐥𝐤𝐤 here.
He's missed out.
Yeah, I missed out. But I do remember this one part growing up playing Street Fighter 2. And it was some kind of and maybe you can help me out with this.
Yes, sir.
When they used to, like, I'm guessing it was after a match, you know, your Ryu would start beating up the car. What was that about?
That was actually a bonus stage.
Okay.
You got points to add on to your final score at the end of the arcade run. You don't really see that a lot in versus, but it's a little fun thing you do, beating up cars. I don't know how they came up with that.
Okay. See, that's good to know, because like I said, don't beat me up too much in the comments. But I remember playing it, but I remember like it wasn't one of my favorite fight games. So
yes. So then we're going to take it. We're going to go 8 years in the future.
Okay.
Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Now a lot of people gonna get on me about this because it wasn't until about, I say, 5-6 years ago, Smash was really part of the fighting game, you know, community. It's not normally seen as a fighting game. But originally this was supposed to be called Dragon King the fighting game, made by Sakurai.
Okay.
He actually made it to be similar to Smash, but then someone suggested him put Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, all them in the game. So then it became Super Smash Brothers. So the thing that separates this game from other fighting games is normally in Street Fighter you see health bars.
Right.
You hit somebody, the bar goes down. You knock them out when the health bar is all the way down. Right. Smash is percentage based. The more you hit your opponent, the more their percentage goes up, causing them to fly off the screen, knocking them out. So I think that this game is pretty much as innovative as Street Fighter.
Okay.
Because it pretty much showed that fighting games can be different than just the traditional, you know?
Right.
You know?
Okay, hold on. While we there.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I remember when we actually had a conversation about this last night at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? When people was checking out Video Game Chase Crew, go subscribe, like the videos. You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe, like.
and we was talking about who was your favorite character back then on the N64, and I was surprised to know that some of the cats was talking about, hey man, I use Pikachu, bro. Pikachu was my dude, bro. Well, I jumped up, lighting the bolt, niggas was off the screen.
Me and Pikachu, we destroyed some friendships. We destroyed mad friendships, especially in Super Smash Brothers Brawl, which is supposed to be the worst one. But Wii U and Ultimate, those games are a little bit more on the competitive side. But Brawl is another story. We'll have to talk about that another day in top 10 worst.
Okay, so what number are we at now? We at number 8?
We are at number, where are we at? We are at number 8.
Number 8.
Okay. The game that solidified the FGC in my heart. We're going to stay in 1999.
Okay.
And we're going to go to the Sega Dreamcast.
Ooh. Okay.
One of the best system ever made. I don't care what nobody say. You know, if it would have had a DVD player, PlayStation, Sony, y'all would have went down. You know, y'all ain't hear from me. I'm just saying.
That's debatable.
You know,
Okay.
I don't think it's debatable in my world.
Ooh,
But let's talk about Soul Calibur.
Okay, let's get into it.
Soul Calibur is a weapon-based fighting game by Namco Bandai. It was just Namco back in the day. Didn't have the Bandai. The good thing about this game is that it's kind of like the sister series to Tekken. Now in Tekken, you can like sidestep and everything like that, but Soul Calibur did something a little innovative. They created a feature called the 8-way run.
Okay. Where
characters can go any direction. As long as you hold the joystick in that direction, they are going.
Nice, okay.
So there was a lot of other mechanics that they made. Gonna go to the list to make sure I'm covering all my bases here. There was the ring out system. Get somebody to the edge of the stage. You ain't gotta even knock down all their health. Just kick them off the stage. They fall in the water. Ring out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Win.
KO. The most beautiful thing about this game to me, however, was the characters. Some of the most beautifully made characters of all time. Ivy, Maxi, Cervantes, all of these characters were done beautifully. Their fighting styles, they didn't necessarily match real life, but they were so well done. It made it look like you were playing like a kung fu film.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful music. So much history with every character. You know what? That's something that I think Soul Calibur kind of had over every other fighting game. The history of their characters was so well done. It made you it drew you to them. Like everybody had their character in Soul Calibur that you just ran to. So yeah, okay. Soul Calibur was a big deal. I honestly think it was probably at the time top 2 fighting games ever made because of how innovative it was.
Nice.
I would even go as far as to say, and I'm probably gonna get killed for this. I'm making a lot of hot takes, man. It probably was better than the Tekken series at that time.
Whoa,
with the first one.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm gonna
piggyback a little bit on what he said with that. the Soul Calibur to me was just not one of my favorites.
How dare you?
I know, yeah. It's just
tag my list, bro.
I didn't gravitate towards Soul Calibur. I'm sorry, kill me in the comments if you need to, but it just was not one of my favorites.
Granted, this is the person that's not into fighting games, so
I mean, I'm into a few of them, but the ones I like, I'm pretty sure they're not on his list. So
probably none.
Right?
Probably none. All right, let's go. Let's take it a year back.
Okay.
Going back to the world of Capcom.
Okay.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Okay.
So the cool thing about the Alpha series is it takes place in between Street Fighter 1, where Ryu beats Sagat, or Sagat, however you want to say it, and Street Fighter 2. So in Alpha, you got introduced to characters like Sakura, who's pretty much like the student of Ryu or his biggest fan, Karen, Birdie, Nash, all of these great Capcom characters that you know and love. And they actually introduced, now the thing about this Alpha 3 is kind of seen as a broken Street Fighter game because there's some broken stuff in it, but the game is so fun that I couldn't help but love it anyway. They had fun features, fun mechanics like the counter system. They had like when you would attack the enemy, they had something called alpha counters. So you can like parry and then knock them back and they'll go spinning. Some of the sickest stuff I've ever seen.
Okay.
I honestly kind of like that better than the parry system in Street Fighter 3, which we'll get to in a moment. But yeah, it was pretty sick. It was one of my favorite fighting games. That came out in 1998. And actually they came, I think that was one of the first Street Fighters that had like special intros. Like if you had Ken and Ryu go against each other, they had their own little special intro because of their relationship. Okay. So yeah, it was pretty hot.
Now let me ask you this question because I'm curious about this. So within those, the 3 or 4 that you just mentioned so far, did any of them have like a pretty decent story mode to them? I know Street Fighter, in my opinion, especially as of late, has a whack story as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like really getting you into like the story of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like it might be just written content on the screen and that's it. Like, so did any of these have any like at all? Any, even back then, did they have any good story?
I wouldn't say so. If we talking stories, I would say the best fighting game at the time, or the one that I feel pushed stories forward, like before Dev started even like thinking about it, was Def Jam Fight for New York.
Even before Mortal Kombat?
Yes, Mortal Kombat didn't have a good story. Mortal Kombat, well, if we're talking pure story mode, because a lot of times you gotta dive in the background of games, or you see the ending and then they tell you the story.
Okay.
Def Jam was throughout the entire game.
Which Def Jam you talking about?
I'm talking about Fight for New York.
Okay, just checking.
The best one.
That's the best one. Okay, just checking.
Best one.
Okay.
A little broken, but still the best one.
Alright,
next we're gonna go back to the world of Namco. My brother got this game for his birthday and I was pissed. He was, how old was Jordan? Jordan was like 8, 9 years old. These fools bought him Tekken 3.
Tekken 3 was nice, I'm not gonna lie.
Tekken 3.
I like Tekken 3. I got Tekken 3 on the PS1.
I also want to talk about the best fighting game character of all time from introducing Tekken 3.
Okay.
Jin Kazuma.
Okay, I don't think I know who that one is, but okay. Hey,
you played Tekken in 3? You don't know Genesis?
Not by heart. I don't know characters named by heart. I like Eddie, the little black dude.
Oh,
with
don't
the dreads,
say that.
With the crazy dance moves.
Taboo. Don't say that,
I'm not gonna lie, man. I like
How
Eddie,
you an
man.
Eddie fan?
I'm just saying. I liked him. I liked Law.
Forgive him.
Law on Tekken.
Forgive
Law
him.
like Bruce Lee. Hey, who wasn't going with Bruce Lee, man? When you mean with Law when he looked like Bruce Lee, everybody was picking him. Come on, man. Real talk.
Y'all gotta forgive my man. The beautiful thing about Tekken 3 is it really put Tekken on the map. Like, everybody's fighting style. I don't know how Namco does this, but they're able to capture fighting styles so well. Like in Street Fighter, you get like exaggerated moves. Like, you're not gonna see nobody in karate do a jumping Shoryuken.
Right.
Uppercutting people in the air.
Right.
But in Tekken, it just captures everything so beautifully, and I think that this is the game that cemented. Not only that, the music. The music of Tekken 3 I still listen to this day.
Okay.
As far as mechanic goes, it introduced like the side step. You know, if somebody throw an attack at you, now you can move into the background or toward the screen. Y'all didn't hear that. Or toward the screen, and you're able to sidestep people's attacks, allowing you the option to counterattack and, you know, retaliate defensively.
Oh no, hold on. Now you talking about Tekken 3 now. Now, was there any other, because I think this is very important for those who may not know, are there any other special moves that were in the game that people say, okay, this is something besides the fighting that made it a little bit special? Was there like a volleyball mode or something that they keep the volleyball? I remember seeing something like that.
There was.
In Tekken 3. I don't think it was in Tekken 2.
There was. And for the life of me, and this is, I feel real bad about this, I never played it.
Really?
I never played. I think it was called Tekken Ball or something like that.
Final round. Fight.
Something
It was like
y'all let us know in the comments.
You
But
didn't let the ball hit the ground.
Something like that.
You would just hit it back and forth, and then if it hit the ground, you would damage the other person. But the one I spent the most time with in Tekken 3 was Tekken Force. Which was like a beat 'em up.
Okay.
And you did like a couple levels and you got to Heihachi. It may have been Heihachi or Ogre you were fighting at the end.
Okay.
But that's the mode I spent the most time with, besides, you know, beating up my brothers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Tekken
Doing
3.
damage.
Nice.
Which brings us to my favorite Tekken.
Alright.
Now, this is probably the most busted Tekken. Like, gameplay wise, it's the most busted Tekken.
Really?
But as far as story, characters, atmosphere, most innovative Tekken ever made, Tekken 4.
Okay, hold on. Now, what system was this one?
PS2, baby.
PS2.
Yeah,
was it on the Xbox as well? Or?
No, man, we don't do that.
Only on PlayStation. Okay.
PlayStation 5.
Okay, just to make sure this for the viewers so they know, what to get it on. Okay.
Yeah, but Tekken 4 had a lot of similarity. I think it was, as far as innovation, it was kind of similar to me, or gave me the same feeling as Soul Calibur. Being able to move around the environments like seamlessly, it was something that I never got to really see in like Tekken 3. And then not only that, you weren't fighting just in rings, you was fighting in malls. And there was like, one person could be up the stairs, like up a staircase, one person could be down, and you're still throwing punches.
This is Tekken 4?
This is Tekken 4. And it changes the properties of moves, whether moves can be high, but then if you like, my example, down the staircase, a jab could be a low.
Oh, okay.
So it changed. It was amazing. Not only that, the story mode for this game is something that I don't think, well, there's no story mode, but the story involving Jin, Kazuya, and Heihachi, all 3 generations in one game, I don't think the atmosphere has ever been matched, in my opinion.
That is one I do not have. Definitely have to check that one out and add that to the collection. Tekken 4, okay.
You gotta get up with the times, man.
Okay.
You gotta go back.
Okay, so check that out.
Next, we going back to SNK.
They existed. Those blinded by ambition. Those consumed with vengeance. But here, they do not exist. Only winners and losers here. For here, the mighty. Garou, Mark of the Wolves.
Okay.
The SNK.
Now hold on. Now everybody that's watched this may not know what the SNK. What is the SNK?
SNK is the rival company to Capcom.
Okay.
They're responsible for games like King of Fighters,
Nice.
Fatal Fury, Metal Slug,
Okay.
games like that. Those just to name a couple.
Nice.
Garou Mark of the Wolves is part of the Fatal Fury series. It involves one of their flagship characters, Terry Bogard, who has the hat, always says the funny things like, come on, you know, stuff like that. So that game was rival to the game I'm going to get to at the end.
Okay.
But the big thing about this game is that they had an interesting mechanic called the tactical offensive position.
Hey, okay. Round 1. Fight!
It's where you would put like this bar before the match in the middle or the right side or left side, and it gave you like you were able to get potential health increase, like you would heal, there would be damage potential that would go up, and you would get a new super move, that very hard-hitting super move. Now the good thing about this is that this game was just overall technically just solid. Like, it, to me, it's better than the majority of the Street Fighter games I've played, and kind of neck and neck with the #1 game I'm going to make.
Okay, now let me ask you this question too. So, because again, you know, you got people that's watching, and they may not know. So we always want to make sure we cater to the ones who are maybe just picking up a game.
Everybody
for the first time.
should know this.
They should, but you know what I mean.
Gaming,
But you got some people who may not know. So where can they pick up? Because that's a title I never heard of. So is there a system that game was specifically for that they can pick up and go find it? Because that's important.
From my understanding, when the game first released, I might be wrong, but it was on the Dreamcast. That's when it first dropped, from my knowledge.
And it's called, what is it called again?
Garou Mark of the Wolves.
Mark of the Wolves.
So, but it is available with online on the PlayStation 4, and I believe the Xbox as well.
Okay, see, that's good to know, man. I might check that out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's good to know.
Now we're gonna take it to after high school.
All right.
2008. Just getting out of high school. You know, one day I was on IGN, and then I heard about a new Street Fighter game. Now I gotta give you some history on this one.
Okay.
The game I'm talking about, everyone should know, is the game that brought back the FGC, increased the numbers, and did stuff we never thought we would see. Street Fighter 4. We didn't get a Street Fighter game for about 12 years, maybe, after Third Strike. And we were all dying for another Street Fighter, and then finally this game came out, and it did things for the FGC that we like. It increased numbers, 50, like 10-man tournaments became 100.
Oh, wow.
And then 100 man tournaments like Evo, I think it went to like almost like close over 1,000. So you're seeing these big turnouts for this game, and the love for Street Fighter is now taking off. It was bigger than what it ever has done in the past. As a matter of fact, I would say that this game is probably just as beloved as Street Fighter 2.
Wow, okay.
So what they did in this game, they introduced the focus attack system. So basically what you would do is you would hold medium punch and medium kick, and your character would kind of charge up, and they're able to take one hit. So whether it's a projectile or a punch, and then they're able to dash forward. If you dash forward, or you can dash back. Mm-hmm. So it opened up offensive moves. It gave you another defensive option. It was a lot easier to do than Street Fighter 3's parry system. You got some new characters: Sea Viper, Rufus, Jury, all of those new characters that aren't necessarily too beloved. I would say probably Jury is the more popular out of the bunch, but needless to say, Street Fighter 4 is the reason why the FGC is where it is right now.
And again, for the viewers who may not know, what is the FGC?
The FGC is the fighting game community, which I happen to be a member of.
FGC, fighting game community. Okay, nice.
Okay, moving on to game number 2.
Okay.
Now, this game could have potentially been number 1. This is, if I ever had to show somebody a fighting game, and just to show how technical it is, it would have to be Capcom vs. SNK 2001.
This is the tournament for the new millennium. You'll experience the most exciting battle in history. Let's get ready to battle. Feel the intensity when power and technique collide. Crush the competition. A battle beyond your imagination. Let the martial arts madness begin. 2001 is the year we make contact. Welcome to the revolution. Capcom versus SNK 2. Millionaire Fighting 2001.
Ooh, okay.
So actually, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium. I can't never say that word. But 2. The cool thing about this game is that as a fighting game fan, not only are you getting the legendary characters from Capcom, you're getting the legendary characters from SNK, all fighting each other. 3-on-3 fighting game. Pick any 3 characters you want.
Nice.
Get in the ring and just see who the best.
Full cast of warriors has gathered here. However, only one team shall be crowned the champion of the Millionaire Fighting 2001. But the road to victory is not an easy one. The champion team will need more than luck to win this tournament. Keep rocking, baby.
Okay.
So
3-on-3 action.
3-on-3 action, my man. One of the coolest things about this game is the groove system. Now, the groove system takes 3 meters or meter systems from Capcom, and then 3 from SNK. And then you're able to each one functions differently. Some gives you the ability to tech off the ground, which is basically if you get knocked down, you're able to roll back up. Some gives you the ability to block in the air, things like that. So this game is still played to this day. It has a huge, and I stress, huge cast of characters. It's like 48 fighters.
Wow. Okay.
All together. So there was no story mode to it, but the atmosphere, it was like you were, the way they made it, like the aesthetic of it, it was like you were watching a live program.
Okay.
But it was so well made that the aesthetic of it, it looks like you're watching a live broadcast.
Wow, they came out with a sneaky surprise attack.
Like the announcer, the characters, the way you select the characters when you go to the screen, you will see like a little logo there to make it look like you're on an actual channel.
Okay.
So it was, that game was insane. I still think to this day that it can be played and it'll still be fresh to you. And that's 20 years down the line since this game has came out.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. All right. So now, and I don't even have to take notes for this.
Oh man. Okay.
The number one game.
Number one.
As you probably heard, everybody was probably expecting this that know anything about fighting games. In my opinion, the greatest fighting game ever made.
Wow.
Street Fighter 3, Third Strike.
So what's it gonna be? The trapped in the new world of Street Fighter 3. Make your first move, so what's it gonna be? The trapped in the new world of Street Fighter 3. The third chapter, so what's it gonna be? The third strike, y'all, is Street Fighter 3.
Now, this game take you to Sega City back in the day.
Sega City?
Sega City was in Indianapolis. I don't even know if they still have it.
Okay, hold on. Break this down. Again, for those who don't know, what was Sega City? I don't even know what
Sega
City
City was this stupid big arcade that had all these Sega cabinets, like all these games that you could play. And at the time, they had Street Fighter 3 on, which I believe was called the Naomi arcade system.
Okay.
And I might be wrong on that, but basically, when I walked in, I heard somebody rapping. And I didn't know what it was, but I just heard somebody just flowing. All you heard was, let's get it on now, select and make the first pick. And then when I walked to it, I looked in the Street Fighter. New game I never heard of, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I picked the coolest character or the character I thought looked the coolest, Makoto. And just start going ham. I lost after like the second fight. But it didn't matter. I was having so much fun because
you was in tune.
I have never seen a game that embraced what I love, hip hop and fighting games, and combined it to one. What Capcom did was they went to Canada and they held tryouts for like different rappers, and they found this guy named Infinite.
Okay.
And he ended up not only doing 3 songs for them, which he had to write in 24 hours. He had to do the voices for like the round 1 fight and stuff. And his voice was so legendary that people still reach out to him to this day. He's known as the voice of Street Fighter 3. But anyway, let's get into game mechanics. The coolest thing about Street Fighter, and I think it's still applied in different games, or Street Fighter Third Strike, is the parry system. So basically what happens is, if you can anticipate an attack coming, you tap forward and their character will do like a parry. Like they'll do, like you have your regular blocks.
Okay.
They'll do something like a parry where they extend their arm and you're able to counterattack immediately after that. Now, granted, and it's also, parries is also responsible for like the hypest fighting game moment ever between 𝐦𝐨𝐤𝐤 and Justin Wong. Okay. So if you look that up on YouTube, if you don't know what that moment is, shame on you. Do better in life. But yeah, the music, the characters, the game mechanics. Now, granted, it's not a perfect fighting game. There are some characters that are clearly better than others. Chun-Li, hate that chick. But
Chun-Li go with it, man. We left them kicks.
the game was so beautifully made that you can't help to enjoy it to this day, and it's still played competitively, like hardcore competitively now.
Third Strike.
So yeah, definitely look up Third Strike. We'll try to play some today. Get you in tune. But yeah, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike #1. You heard it here. End of discussion. Greatest fighting game ever made.
Okay.
I don't want to hear no more.
Hey, well, look, man, hey, man, wow, this was, hey, I learned some stuff today. I don't know about y'all, but I learned some stuff today about these top 10 fighting games. And look, hey, man, I'm not gonna waste no more time, man. I'm about to head out, you know what I'm saying, go get them games right now, you know what I'm saying, to add them to the collection.
Check it out, man.
So, hey, man, look, this is the Video Game Chase crew.
𝐥𝐤𝐤.
We out, man. Chico, Charlie, we out of here, man. Hey, Chris, we gonna catch you on the next one, man.
All right.
Peace.
Peace and love.